Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Cherise and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are doing well. This is the Together podcast. And I am Natalie, Elliott, and my wonderful esteemed partner is, I'll let you say your name.
Hey. Happy to be here.
Right? We're happy to have you guys. And if you like what we do, please subscribe, comment, like us, and share us with your friends. And so we really enjoy doing this. We just enjoy being together. We could talk all day, every day.
All day.
All right, and so today we're going to talk about how to sell your products and yourself without that icky feeling that can come with selling sometimes. So I'm excited to jump into it. But just Cherise, how you doing today?
Doing good. Doing really good. Glad this weather is breaking. I hope it stays a little warm because the cold is just so icky for me. That's what's icky for me, the cold. But other than that, doing well. Things are, I feel like plans are semi coming together, but always working out for our good either way.
Yes.
No matter what, always working out for our good. That's what we know, declare, and claim.
Yes. So I'm doing good as well. I just got finished working on a huge project. I finally feel like I haven't crossed the finish line. 100% is not where I want it, but for the most part, it's ready. So I've been working on for the last couple of weeks, everybody, my Marriagepreneurs assessment. So entrepreneurial couples can assess themselves to see where they are, to see where they're weak, and then it gives them this whole beautiful report, which I have poured my blood, sweat, and tears into. So from the report, they get help. So if you are an entrepreneurial couple, go to maritalbizquiz.com, and fill out that assessment, and you're going to get this amazing report that's going to tell you what areas you can improve on. So I'm so excited. I have like one more video to add to the report, but the report is good exactly as it is. It's just, you wanted that fine tuning. So hopefully I'll get that done today. So I'm so excited. But today we're ready to jump into the topic and the title. Woohoo! Yeah. Like, how do you sell without that ick feeling? How do you sell? And so I'm going to start off because I have so much to say because I've really been studying sales lately. So I want to say, kind of in the counseling world as therapists, we are more kind of gatherers versus hunters. So we kind of meet people and, oh, you should come in and, oh, yeah. And people are referred to us. And that's a wonderful way, an easier way to build business. And then there are actually people who go and hunt, which hunt for the business, which means there's an identified probably sales funnel or sales process. And then there's a definite sales conversation to get the person into your business and to offer that service. Okay. Either way, whether you're hunting or gathering, you want to kind of have a process of how you intake people. And so if you're gathering, it might be, hey, let's just make sure we sit down and have a conversation first so I can really understand what you're needing and make sure I'm a good match for you. And you probably, if you're hunting, you want to do the same thing, but it's a little bit more probably aggressive and thinking about the points and the benefits that you offer. Now, how you do it without the ick, this is the biggest thing, is don't sell something you icky about. Sell something you believe in. And so if you don't believe, so Cherise, you tell me, when you did my hair, do you believe I'm going to walk out there feeling better, feeling more confident in myself, feeling like my hair is done right? Did you believe that?
Absolutely, forget my background, but yeah, absolutely. I knew that because I invest in myself, I invest in my products, I invest in my skill set. So I know that my clients are going to be satisfied. So there is no ick there, right?
There we go. And that's exactly how you do it. So I think if you, and I never felt like Cherise was selling me something. She's not selling me a hairstyle. I need my hair done, and I wanted it done. I, I wanted it done by somebody who worked early in the morning and that was going to do a good job. So she wasn't selling me anything. And so that's why we never had that ick feeling. So whatever service or product you're offering, if you know your clients are legitimately going to be better for it, then it's not that ick feeling. Right. Because think about if you had a family member
Right.
and you know that they need to be doing a certain thing, going to the doctor. You essentially are selling them on going to the doctor, but there's no ick feeling about it because this is for your health. Like you got to go to the way. We got to know what's going on. We got to
Yeah.
get this fixed. We got to do what it takes.
Yeah.
And so many other little things in which you were like selling and convincing people on. Girl, you really need to get this outfit because it looks so good on you. And this is what we're trying to do. And this is where we're trying to take you. So there's no ick feeling in that. And so if you are really authentic about what you're offering, there's no ick feeling. If there is a earnestness and authenticity that you're going to be better when you do my product or service, then it doesn't even feel like I'm selling it to you anymore. Now I am like the network marketing people used to say, I'm just introducing you to an opportunity. But for real, I am introducing you to the opportunity. And so I wanted to feel that way. I wanted to feel that way. And I think that comes from confidence in what you're doing. And so make sure that your skills are getting better and better each year, like getting better and better and better and better and better and better and sharper and sharper and sharper, which means you need to be reading and taking classes and courses and everything. And I got to tell you, after you get so trained yourself, you'll be like, okay, I'm way too trained to be trying to sell you something. Are you going to come over here and get it or not?
Yeah, very
That's it.
true. And it
All
goes
right.
back to your passion work,
Yeah,
right?
I
It goes back
give you
to,
the floor. Go with it.
yeah, it goes back to your passion work. It goes back to working in your purpose and what you are here to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's my thing, like a safe space where you know you feel good. If you create a safe space, knowing that this is where I know I can keep the people safe because I know what I do, I know how I do it, I know how good I am. It's no selling to it. There is no ick. It is what it is. And then it also makes it easy for what's the next step. So what do I need next?
Right.
What is it that I need to enhance this situation,
Yeah.
whatever it is that I may be selling? For instance,
Mm-hmm.
products are automatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, even with wardrobe and styling and clothes, okay, it's automatic. You're gonna need, okay, so if you're doing a photo shoot, it's automatic. If you call Cherise, hey Cherise, I'm doing a photo shoot. I need you, I need a makeup artist, I need wardrobe, I need styling. Okay, it's an automatic sale because you call me to look good and feel
Yeah.
good for your
Yeah.
photo shoot,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
automatic. But
Yeah.
that's my rollout. We talked about that, I think, last week or week before. What
Mm-hmm.
are the next steps in your services? Like, what are the
Mm-hmm.
automatic upsells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about two things, but hold on, let me write them down because when I start talking about the first one, I'm forget the second one. All right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. I want to say, first, I want to say, make sure you have all your steps in the process together so that you can onboard a new client, or if you're selling them a service, that it all works really smoothly. So if there are emails involved, all the emails, if there's paperwork to be filled out, if there's contracting, if like have all of that, like have your templates together. If you have your templates together, also that's going to remove any ick feeling because you're going to be able to move through the process confidently. Like, okay, let me give you this. Okay, this is the next step. You know your next step. So if you have not, please write your steps down and then make sure you got the contract template every way you might need it. So let's talk about coaching is coming up for me right now. So coaching, you might have an individual contract short term, an individual contract long term, a group contract short term, a group contract long term. Like have all your templates together so you can just plug and play and it's real easy. Like in the whole process. And so that's going to remove any ick feeling or any hesitancy that you may be feeling on your end, because you're radiating that, just getting your steps together. So let's make sure you have the process smooth. You want a new client, or when they buy a product, you want them to do this and then that. Like, have all of that. Just take some time and get it written down. And you're going to feel more confident as you present or as you ask for anything. Okay. The second thing, I love what Cherise just said. I probably should have started there, of what she just said, of kind of that upselling. Because when you are a good match for your client, it's not even upselling. It's providing them what they need next. And so I would love for it to be a wonderful partnership of you meeting their needs. That's it. A wonderful partnership of you meeting their needs. And even if they don't know they need that yet, you may know they need that. And you can start to set them up for it or talk about it. And Cherise, you used to do that to me all the time.
Yeah. I think that's how we even transitioned to the locks. Even transitioned you out of my chair, because I was a huge component of you should absolutely, because I'm big on lifestyle and what works for you. Now, I could have a mindset, to me, will be a lack mindset of saying, no, girl, you need to stay in my chair so you can give me your money. But no, after years of working with you, and we went through a lot of amazing styles that I feel like looked great and worked for your lifestyle. And then we went into the lock conversation, and I'm like, I think that would be amazing for you. I think it would be great for your lifestyle and your look and your image and your brand. And while it was sad to see you go, but at least we're still together.
We're still together. But now that I talk about it, I was talking about it. I'm just laughing, because you used to do that to me all the time. Like, okay, yeah, Cherise would be like, all right, so next time we're gonna move you into the sew-in, so you're gonna need to bring a $300. And I think I remember sometime, okay, let me just give you $300 now. Like, and so let me say why she was able to do that and why I just went along with it. Because it was a good match. I think just some personality wise, like, I trusted her. So it's never like I walked out of there with a bad hairstyle or anything. Like, I trusted her to just kind of tell me what to do. And I specifically, I think because I don't like dealing with my hair, it's like, that I have been very blessed to find stylists that I could trust. And so I think that's one thing. And so if you are a trustworthy person and your people trust you, then they'll probably just go with what you say. So Cherise could be like, you need to do this and you need to da 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 da. She would be like, okay, we're gonna go into the sew-in. Okay, it's time for us to get some new hair for your sew-in. Next time you come, you need to bring $300, $400. What? Okay, here you go. And I just went with it. And so when you have that rapport with your people, and because you will see what they need maybe before they will see what they need, because they're too busy trying to figure out their regular life. Like, I think when we first started, I was really building the practice or something, which I think was why I wanted a stylist that started so early, because I just didn't want it in the middle of my day. Getting my hair done. I wanted to get done, get it out the way. Let me get back to the office. Yep. That's what was going on. So, so if you say something or you make a suggestion or you telling your clients, hey, you need to do this. We need to do this. And then giving you pushback, I do want you to check the relationship. If they're not like, okay, then check the relationship. Okay. And see if you built that trust and that rapport there, that they just believe what you say, which is why you need to have a history of kind of over delivering and giving them good service. So when you say that next thing, they're like, okay, if you say I need it, I need it. That's so nice. I love when clients do that.
I love those clients. Those are my
okay. If you say I should do that, I'll go do it. Okay. Like with that. And so you can have those. So it's all how you show up. Okay, Cherise, I'm giving you back the floor.
Well, it's building the relationships. I think selling becomes, just easy because it's not selling. Like you said, it's the partnership, it's the collaboration to make sure you have everything that you need and want. I know you, so I know what you want. When I was at the pop-up boutique pop up on Sunday, I knew what my client would want. So I just sent her a little video like, hey, you like this, you like that, you like that. And she was like, oh, I like that one. Don't worry about that one. Okay, cool. So those are sale. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I know her and that relationship is there. That authenticity is there. But I think at this stage in business and entrepreneurship, I think the relationship is everything. The
I
trust.
think
It's the
so. I
trust
think
that
so.
matters more than anything. So you
I
should
think
be
so.
building trust. You
Mm-hmm.
have a community of people that are there and tapped in with you. It's like, what do you need to do now to build trust and more trust and more trust?
Mm-hmm. Definitely so. And I would like to say, okay, let me get very practical with you guys. Okay. If you feel like I'm saying sales process and have your steps and you are completely clueless, then you may need to just take a sales class. And so Google sales classes, actually just Google sales classes. Grant Cardone, y'all know he is not my favorite person. He is not. He is so rough. With that being said, that man can sell some stuff. Like that man can sell. Like I might not personally like him, but 100% respect that man because he's doing it. So he has a whole sales course you can get on. What's that? Dale Carnegie. If anybody remembers that name, Dale Carnegie from back in the day, they have a whole relationship sales course, like building relationship to make sales. And then you can just go flat out buy a book. So one of the books that I like about sales is The Ultimate Sales Machine by, I feel like his name is Chet Holmes. But The Ultimate Sales Machine is a very, very popular book. It was been around a while. And so he got started with, I think around Dan Kennedy time. And so Dan Kennedy's books are also good for selling. No BS to marketing, no BS selling, that whole BS line of books. All right, that's Dan Kennedy. And so any of those books. And so if you have no idea like what a sales process should look like or onboarding your clients or however you want to take it and taking your clients, those are good places to start to figure it out. Yeah. And just kind of paying attention to your cycle. So walk one of your friends that's going to be honest with you through the process and have them read over your documents. Are they clear? Have them read over the emails you send. Are they clear? Are the next steps clear? Is the click here button clear? So I feel like I've sent out so many emails or documents or stuff, and I'd have the little click here, like in the words, click here, and it wasn't clear. Like people were just like, where do I click? Where do I click? Okay, that's not clear for y'all. Okay. I got to work on making it clear. And so there's a book called Don't Make Them Think. Don't Make Them Think. And I think it's actually about creating websites, but the idea is that in general, people don't read. And in general, people don't want to think. And so you want to make every step of your process like the next easy step. So like click here, do this, like be very explicit in what you're telling people to do to make it through kind of your system into kind of what you offer and what you provide. So okay, there y'all go. You know, I want y'all having like practical things to actually do.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think for the solopreneurs, a lot of people, the therapists, the fitness professionals, real estate professionals, beauty pros, I think a lot of them, because they've been in the game for so long, they don't realize how many systems and processes they really do have already.
Right. Yeah.
And when you step outside of that, and really make your process that people are following a real true, create
Process.
the processes and steps and oh my goodness. What is it? The book. What is the book that we have?
What, policies and procedures?
Policies and procedures. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's how much I use them. They're sitting there dusty. That's how much I use them and even think about them. But your policies and procedures are extremely important because at the end of the day, even even if you're not doing a lot of training and
Yeah.
processing through, you can go back and look at your own processes and see where you need to correct and enhance, right? And it was really a big help because I remember when I first did my business plan. And so many years ago, I haven't done another one
Mhm.
in forever. But gosh, I will go back and look at it and realize like, oh, we really have been implementing this,
Mm.
the processes and procedures in the business plan. I remember hiring my first receptionist, and I gave her the policies and processes, and she went through the training. And I was so proud of myself, because I was like, I do have systems. I do. So just a reminder to those solopreneurs, you have
Mhm.
processes and procedures, and especially now, go to AI and tell it to create you some. And,
Please do.
you go in here.
Please do.
It's really not.
Yeah.
It's
It's
no question now.
no, it's oh my gosh. That has been a game changer for me right there. Chat.
Yeah,
Oh my God. When I
yeah,
learned how to do that, and
yeah.
for those of you guys, let me clearly tell you what I do so you clearly understand, because I don't want people being like ambiguous. What did she say? What does that mean? Is I
Mhm.
will go into ChatGPT and I will say, please create me a standard operating procedure. By now, I probably say SOP and it knows what I mean.
Mhm.
Please create me a SOP for how to make appointments for my practice,
Mhm.
and it'll give me all the steps.
Mhm.
And then I may tweak it and say, oh, we're using the acuity system. Please adapt these to the acuity system until I have it fine tuned. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to read it. And so like right now I'm doing a lot of new social media things. And so every time I try to hand off something new to my assistant, I try to create the standard operating procedure for it first. And so, like, I just got finished saying, please create me an SOP for my social media manager so that she will start making one pin per weekday for Pinterest for a blog that she's already putting up on the
Mhm.
website. And
Mhm.
so it writes out the standard operating procedure. That thing is a thing of beauty. And so then I go put that in our shared folder with all of the standard operating procedures we have. Because every time I come up with something, her do it. So that's my goal. Every time I have her do something new to write it, because she's pretty wonderful in her own right. And so she's gonna grow past me one day. I just know it. And I'm gonna have to train somebody, a whole new person. And hopefully that all of those standing operating procedures will just pass to the new person. And
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
that
absolutely. That's the whole point. Running real business.
right,
You know?
right. And I think as we thinking about sales and the it process and all of that, making sure if you guys are at the point where you want to hire a salesperson, that you're sitting down and making sure that they have all of the information that they can sell your product without the it. And so what does that mean? Do they need to just spend time with you? Maybe I just need to go to lunch. And so they have a real understanding of what your vision and how this product is supposed to work and help people. Can you get the buy-in that they believe in it as much as you believe in it? Because if they believe in it as much as you believe in it, then they become your cheerleaders. And it's not about sales at all. It's
Yeah.
about finding the right fit for your
Yeah.
company and your practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you,
Hmm.
Natalie. When it comes to sales, which I wish
Hmm.
there was another word even,
Okay.
but it is what it is. Uh, what do you feel like is your strength and your weakness when it comes to sales and your business?
Okay. Um, I feel like I had a couple of different things. And so, all right. So first, everybody, let me remind y'all, my first career was insurance sales. And so that's why I'm probably a little bit more comfortable with sales than the average person. Okay. And I think it's different in, I think, different areas, but for my private practice, when I'm on a phone call doing the consult call, I think the important thing there for me, my strength is that I'm really about the client and helping the client.
Mm-hmm.
That's my strength.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that is also my weakness. So we actually we probably get more appointments when I'm not on the phone. Because sometimes I'll tell the client, okay, well, I think you just do the da 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 da. All right, go do that. If that works, you good. You don't have to call us. You don't have to come back. If that doesn't work, then call us, make an appointment, and we'll bring you in. So whereas I know if somebody else, if my assistant Joe was on the phone, she's just going to say, hey, come on in and talk to a clinician, and the clinician will help you with it. But if it's something simple, I'm on the phone with you. Okay, let's get that solved. Let's get that solved. And so I think that's my strength and my weakness. Now moving into selling the Maritalpreneurs Intensive Weekend, I think the weakness is I'm still working out the policies and procedures with all of that. So it's still a newer thing. So we're not moving fluidly through the system yet because I'm still building the system. So I can have the conversation. I believe in the product. Absolutely. If you are an entrepreneurial couple, you need to be at this intensive weekend. Like I have really structured it to help you keep your marriage together. Because for entrepreneurs, their divorce rate is 75%.
Oh, this is huge. Like
The
that's
average,
that's a podcast by itself.
it
Like
is.
they
It sure
need
is.
you. They really
Right.
need you.
So I feel confidently that you need to be at this weekend. So now we just need to get like the steps in place. So like the the contracting and the payment and all of that. Now it's just like I know you need to come. Yeah, I don't know what we need to do what next to get you, but I know you need to come. And so that's that's where we are. What about you? What do you think?
Well, real quick before I share my strengths and weaknesses, I want to ask you, can you tell us what a maritalpreneur is?
Oh, okay. A maritalpreneur is just an entrepreneurial couple that has gotten married. And so I specifically, okay, first of all, y'all, I'm a marriage and family therapist. Like I specifically believe in the institution of marriage. And I think it is a deeper level of commitment when you say, okay, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to legally shackle myself to you and your family and we're going to go off essentially and create our own family. And so I love celebrating that. And practically, if anybody read The Millionaire Next Door, marriage is a wonderful wealth building tool to really build wealth, to really build legacy. It's a wonderful just institution. And I love that all it's about two people coming together. And so I love supporting marriages, especially Black marriages. Like I just love when I have an African American couple and to see them doing good and then take them to doing great. Like it's just, I love that. And I love supporting that. And so when it's an entrepreneurial couple, it's like it marries my two loves. Like my love for supporting people who are married with my love for business and just mixing it all into just this wonderful, almost like smoothie, just this blend of wonderful things. So entrepreneurial couples who actually have gotten married and are moving forth together to build a legacy.
Okay, now does both have to be fully entrepreneur or can they be?
No, no.
That was the main question.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. They don't have to both. So one can be the entrepreneur and the other may have a 9-to-5 job.
People need
we need that, right? Because the entrepreneur mindset and a person who, let's say, has a good government job and always had a good government job, like they came out and was able to get on with the IRS and they've been there for the last 10, 20 years and they marry an entrepreneur. The money and how entrepreneurs work with their money and how entrepreneurs work with their time. Oh, it's hard. So like a 9-to-5er is more on a schedule, right?
Yeah.
They're on a schedule. An entrepreneur, we be all over the place. Everywhere. I might be up for 48 hours because I got to get this project done by this. And then I might be chilling for the next 48 hours, binge watching the TV show that I haven't been able to watch that everybody else watched 2 months ago. And so, helping.
And they swear we don't work.
Right. But you just saw me do that whole 48 hours where I didn't come to bed for 2 nights in a row because I was banging that out. And so, or they'll try to make business suggestions that don't work
That
in
makes
my
sense.
business. That don't And so,
Yeah.
all of those things, all in between. So if either person is an entrepreneur, or one person maybe is an entrepreneur, and the other person's like serving as like the secretary or the delivery person or something.
Everything. Everything.
All of that, and all of that in between. Thank you so much for letting me talk about that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's big. I'm excited to support, so I got to get the link. I got to share.
Mhm.
Yeah, all that. So I'll share my strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
My strength is I am my business. So I get to sell style, I get to sell image
Yeah.
and branding through me, what
Yeah.
I do, how I look, how I show up.
Yeah.
I'm all about, showing up as the best version of yourself. It's not just about, how you look, but it's a huge part of how you look because that says that I'm confident in myself. That says that I
Mhm.
own this room.
Mhm.
And I think when you are your business, I think it's just the biggest selling point for yourself. And then the
That's good.
weakness is I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think it's a huge weakness, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like for instance, I'll push you out of my chair. You know,
Yeah.
I'll push you out of my chair to serve you better. So I don't really think that it's a weakness, but some people say, why would you do that? Like you pushing money out your chair. I'm like, well, I think that this would be best for them.
Yeah.
So I have to think about that. And I'm always thinking about like what is best for you and what's best for you might not be for my pockets, you know?
Oh,
So
that's so good.
yeah.
Okay, so let me say that. Let me just, you know, because I think if you can be the type of professional like Cherise is, where if what's best for you is going to be less money for me, I'm still going to do it for you. So I think that's one of your strong points when that's why you can tell a client, or probably why I trusted you to say, okay, next time you come in here, you need to bring $300 because we got to get this new hair. This hair is gone. It's old. Let's okay, because I and I don't think we've ever verbalized this before, but if you can trust your person to not sell to you, not to not just try to make money off of you for the sake of making money off of you, and just do what's best for you, then I don't think you have any problem spending money with them when they say, hey, you need to do this, or hey, I think we need to buy this now. I think we need to move forward in this way. And so that's huge, I think, to building rapport. So I think I want to challenge everybody to look and see, is there a way I can serve my client even if it doesn't make me money, to get the long-term gain of building trust and rapport? It may, it may not. Just as something to look at in your business model to see what does that mean for you, and how does that work out with your business.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But it still goes back to the core of who you really are, right?
Mm-hmm. Who you
Yeah.
really are, who you want to show up as in your business, what's the values for your business, and are you living the values that you say you have for your business? Are you living them out? Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on, easing on down the road. Anything else? Any last thoughts? We got about 10 minutes left, but we can end early if we need to.
So, okay, so I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, what percentage of the maritalpreneurs do you see that are able to, that are truly two entrepreneurs that are able to make it through, that are not divorcing, that are not killing each other at each other's necks? Like, how are they doing with that? Like, how are you able to navigate, them through the process and like, no, don't quit on each other. Like, what do you tell them? Like, what?
Well, if what I tell them is probably where they are. Like if both people are getting ready to jump out the boat, both people, okay, what do y'all got to get back in the boat? Like, and so it's really where they are and speaking to where they are, figuring out what that real pain point is, and figuring out like how to heal that particular pain. And so it might be because this is the thing. there have been some couples who have been through some really hard things. Okay. I've known couples where both people got laid off at the same time, and that's why they got pushed into entrepreneurship, because they both got laid off at the same time. It was like, okay, we can't depend on corporate America no more. This is not for us. And so it's really teaching the couple how to turn toward each other and not beat each other up, and also accept that your partner is different from you. So a lot of us want to make our partners like us. We want them to work like us. We want them to do like us. And so understanding that my partner is different, and then trust, which is a hard thing sometimes for us to do, because I got to trust you with my livelihood. I got to trust you with all of these different things. So figuring out what that pain point is, and let's address that pain point, and know as a couple, if y'all can feel like y'all love and support each other, which is usually kind of where it can break down, that's when you hit a feeling I can do bad all by myself. We don't have that core goodwill toward each other. So I at least want y'all to feel like, well, if we're going to start together. But we know we'll be okay. We'll be
the relationship, the friendship.
Yeah, the relationship, the friendship. Yeah. And so getting it down, like if we only got $1, we'll split it in half. Yeah. You got 50 cents, I got 50 cents. And so doing that. And then let me say, every now and then, it's a couple who they can do good in the bad times. And then when they start making money, then that's when it starts kind of going awry. So, because now I don't like the way you spend their money, because like I value security. And so you just bought a new Maserati, and I needed that to be in our 401k, because what we going to do if none of us have to work tomorrow? Yeah. And so when we didn't have no money, we didn't have no money argument. Yeah. Now that we got money, now we arguing over money every day. And so with that couple is putting in, just putting in some money policies and procedures. Like what are we going to do with the money? This is how much we'll spend and have fun with. Yeah. And being able to really appreciate the differences. And so the person who likes to spend money, appreciate, like, I love that you like to spend money. I love that you like to live. I love that. And then the person who wants to save the money, I love that, like, you like to save. Because you save, you'll make sure that we have a foundation for tomorrow if something happens. And balancing the two, and not being mad or resentful at your partner for being different than you.
Yeah. I think that's the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. Being mature enough to let people be who they are when they're not causing too much damage.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And being able to merge and collaborate. Mm-hmm. And bring the best out of each other. Yeah. And I think that on this side of life, a lot of us are just learning that. Mm-hmm. Like, to let some things be, pick your battles. Like, that's not your battle. Like, some things are not your battle. So pick right. Even marriage, just pick the best you can, but you can only pick at your current capacity. And a lot of people got married young. A lot of people got married for, not the best reasons, or
just to be married. Yeah.
Yes. So it depends on your environment and why, you got married. And I love, and I know you and I have talked about this as well, but I think that a lot of people, you have some therapists who are big on stay married. Mm-hmm. But it's like, what if this is not your person? What if this is no longer the person for you? Mm-hmm. And if you walk away, it can be amicable, and it can be a friendship, and we can have a good relationship. We can raise these kids right instead of being in a toxic home. It's things like that. I love therapists who really speak to real. Yes. Real and true happiness for the individual. Like, what do we need to do to come together and make it make sense? Mm-hmm. Real life.
Mm-hmm. Definitely so. Yeah. And I think it takes practice. It takes practice over time. Yeah, because we therapists, we're going to school. When we go to school and we learn all that we learn at the beginning, when we first get out here, we want to do what we learn. So we want to save marriages. Like that's what I went to school for. That's what I do. Like, yes, I'm all about that. And then you get out of it into the real reality of what can happen in marriage and um, how bad it can get, how bad it can get. And I will say, being a therapist, there's some things that I've seen that just as a person, I didn't know existed or could have even happened. And I can't even explain what I mean by that. Just the marriages can get so crazy.
Unique
Like this.
experiences.
Okay, I'll tell this story because this is it came out of the book Blink. I think it was Blink. And he was talking about this one lady who had a gambling problem. And so she was a stay-at-home mom, developed a gambling problem because it didn't have nothing to do with her days. Spent all of the family's money, all of it, gone. Her parents bailed her out, got them back financially right, and then she spent all the money again. Then her parents passed away, and they inherited all of her parents' money. She spent it all again. Yeah. In my
Never got any help.
She got help. Like, she'd be okay. Like, they'd work out of the debt. And so this is over years. So I'm saying it real fast, but
Yeah.
work out of the debt. They think she's okay. We're good again. Everything is stable. Okay, we've rebuilt. And then she would do it again. And so I don't even know. Again, this is a story in the book Blink, but I didn't know I was gonna have to be fighting for my livelihood. I go to work and come home and you spending the money, like you gambling them. You're not spending the money. You just gambling it away. And the things that could happen in a marriage. So I think after years of kind of being a therapist, so you see all the things that happen, and you can be much more realistic with, okay, do y'all need to stay together or do y'all need to split up? I will say though, it always seems like the people who should split up, they determined to stay together. The people who should stay together are the ones who determined to split up. So it's just like, y'all got good partners. Like, this is working. No, I'm not happy. Okay, get out if you want to. Yeah. But it's so anyway. That's just life. But I'm really loving this new work and putting together this intensive weekend. So okay, so I'm gonna plug myself again. Go, because I worked so hard on this assessment. Go to maritalbizquiz.com, and fill out the assessment. It'll take you 10 minutes, but you'll get this beautifully designed report, which again, I worked so hard on to make sure it was really filled with practical information that you could take away and execute. Because I really am about that. Like I was saying when I do intake calls or consult calls for the practice, if we can get you to get help and you don't have to come in and spend the money, go on, read a book, make it happen for yourself. But if you can't, call me back. Come on and let's do it. And so I designed that report the same way. You should be able to take that report and implement it into your life, and you can be good. But if you're one of the people who get information and you struggle with the implementation, then you need to come to the intensive weekend. So, okay. All right. I'm excited to talk about that because it's all about sales. And so so let me circle back around to sales. Whereas with therapists, it's much more from a gatherer, referrals and stuff like this. This we actually are I'm developing a sales department. So I'm writing all the sales because I want us to be much more not aggressive, but assertive in how we talk to people about onboarding them for the weekend.
Yes.
So I'm rereading right now the sales policies and procedures right now, and rereading all of the sales books. And I might go take a sales class myself just as a refresher course.
Gotcha.
So,
how many couples are you hosting?
Each weekend is only 12 couples.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think 12 is the right number where everybody can get something from somebody. Like, it'll be a nice group of people without it being overwhelming. Everybody should feel really, really taken care of with just only having it 12 people.
Yeah. Good stuff. I love it. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. All right. Well, that's it for today. So I really appreciate everybody being with us. And you can find Cherise at, where can they find you, Cherise?
Show up with Cherise B on all platforms.
All right. Wonderful. And you can find me on LinkedIn. Find me on LinkedIn. That's the one I pay attention to the most. Yeah. And I'm on several times a day. So find me on LinkedIn at just Natalie Elliott, Natalie A.N. Elliott. And this has been the Together podcast. And if you like it, subscribe, comment, and share us with your friends. So we're excited to be here, and we'll be here next Tuesday, same time, same place. All right. You have a great day.
Audio Jungle.